everyone.
Welcome. It's Friday night, it's 9 p.m. and we are back here on
How to ace your career.
So, guys, as you all know, we come here every Friday at 9 p.m. for a live session on various topics related to your career.
So let's start with Happy Republic Day.
Yes. So today we are here even when it's a beautiful day, celebrations are on throughout the country. We all joined that, but we still wanted to keep our promise. So we thought that even today we'll be here at 9 p.m. And if you're here, then what are we going to discuss today? So are you really gearing up to pursue fresh career goals this new year?
Considering a career makeover, what's your current motivation level compared to the start of the year? And let me give you a data. That's the beautiful data. I'm sure all of you want to write it down. Studies indicate that 85% of the individuals abandon their goals within the first 3 weeks of January. That's the data that I want to share with you.
The fact that you are here for the session shows that you are not a part of that statistic and you are seeking a reliable roadmap. And that's why we are here today. I'm Nutan. I'm a career and a life coach. I coach mid-age people, that is people with 12 to 15 plus years of experience in their career, to help them overcome stagnation in their career. If they want to move from one job to the other, they want to switch their fields, they want to make a career transition, or they want to transit from being an employee to an employer, or even normal practical problems, having a toxic boss, no career opportunities available in the new company, but they're in a comfort zone. So how do they make a move to the new company? Because it's been a decade since they have not updated their CV or ever given an interview. All these challenges is when mid-age professionals come to us and we are able to coach them to fulfill their aspirations of their careers.
I'm Dheeraj. I'm a life coach, career coach, business coach. And both of us together, we formed this company, ND Life Coaching. So before we start, I would like to congratulate all of you who are here now, this moment, and all of you are going to watch this. This proves that you are people who want to grow. You are not in that 85%, but rather you are in that 15% who pursue their goals. We have been able to successfully navigate multiple career transitions, and we will be sharing a comprehensive checklist to people, all of you people here, so that you are able to propel your success in your new field. How many of you are excited? Please raise your hands.
Well, you can of course type in the comment section if you're really truly excited to understand how to transit into this new job, because we all know that transition to a new job or a new career is not easy. It needs huge motivational level so that you can figure out how you can remain motivated in this whole process is very, very crucial.
Yes.
How can you do that? Let's really start by thinking about why you want a new job or a new career. Maybe it could be because you want more money, or you want a better role, or you just want to try something different. Write down all the answers why you're looking for a change. So, for example, when both of us decided to move our careers, we both were well established in our roles in the current organization. But uh, I, being a financial planner, I always felt that, why I can't just do something which is absolutely relevant to the client and not push my products. But by default, when you're working for an organization, you have to give an option only from the bucket that you have. That was one reason why I wanted to move out and actually go out there and help my clients build a great portfolio. The other reason for both of us was to really have some great accomplishments in our career, to be known, to be established, people to be able to know us, and we are able to create an impact. And we could really...
Absolutely. More than that, the most important thing for both of us was also that we wanted a freedom. Freedom to earn as much as money that you want. freedom to take the decisions that we want, freedom to able to do whatever, how much or whatever that I want to. So that freedom is the reason why, was the reason why most important is the same way. It's important.
In fact, I would just like to add, we are just coming back after a 5-day vacation.
Absolutely.
Truly, thoroughly enjoyed, had so much fun. And in this entire 5 days, not a single work call or message. No one bothered us. No one disturbed us. We did what we wanted. And we are back here again. And no one is forcing us to be here at 9 o'clock in the night because we love what we do.
Yes.
So it's about our passion. It's about what we love to do. That is why when we shifted our career, we wanted this freedom to do whatever we want, whenever we want, and really have an extraordinary career. And that's what we're
Yes.
doing.
So know your why. Because why? Because as we all know, anything new in life, new job, new business, it's not going to be easy. There are going to be huge amount of challenges. Now, to able to overcome these challenges, you need something that will drive you, something that will go you on and on and on. And that's why that why is important. Now, the why is very clear. I'm sure you all have thought about your why. Now, think about the kind of change you're looking for. Is it based on what you're already good at? Or do you want to learn something new? Or you're looking at the emerging trends? Maybe it's something you're really very passionate about. So the next thing I want you to think about, what do you really want to explore in your next job? That what? Once the why is done, the what is done. These two things.
In fact, for the what, again, going back to the first career transition that we did, I was very good in financial products. First 11 years, I looked at the assets and the liability side both. I went all out and planned so many financial transactions for my clients based on the life stage that they were in. But yes, of course, I could only offer opportunities which I had, and that is what I could make them available. So I was really good at my work. That is what I was good at. And I entered into the business of portfolio management because I was selling financial products for 11 years. He was really good in sales. He was really passionate about sales. And that is why both of us together, when we formed this portfolio management company, we could do so well. So what is that you want to explore in your next job is really, really very crucial. Otherwise, you're missing one of the, what do you say, when you fix up the cube, one missing link, and then you will not reach your success in the new field that you desire.
Now your why is done, your what is done. Of course, now the most important question is how. About how you want to make this change. Do you want to do it in your own as a part of a company or list down? So do you want to do it on your own or as part of a company?
Which means,
yeah, please.
Yeah. Which means that are you wanting to really venture out on your own?
Yes.
Like we were very good in what we did. He was good in sales. I was good in financial planning. And we wanted to venture out on our own.
Yep.
Not necessarily you want to venture out on your own. Probably you want to explore that, but you want to continue the journey being an employee for different companies.
Absolutely.
You can absolutely go ahead and do that. And you know what is the best part? There are so many options available. But before choosing this, that you've decided whether you want to work as a professional or you want to start your own business or you want to be an employee and pursue this journey, you also need to simultaneously think, what are your strengths? If you want to be an entrepreneur or you want to continue as an employee, you have to list down your strengths. Only then you can make the correct decision. The things that you're really good at, that you want to use in this journey. The next thing is also about your values. What's really important for you and how can you stick to them in your new role? Like, for example, we ventured out in our own business.
Yep.
That was because, like Dheeraj really mentioned, freedom was one of the most important values that we wanted to experience. And that is why we moved from being an employee to being an entrepreneur. So that is why you really need to think, what are the strengths and what are the values that are important to you? And then make a call whether you want to do this as an employee or venture out on your own.
Great. Now, I'm sure all of you, your whys are clear, your what is clear, and also your how is clear. Now, the most important question And $1 million question is, in spite of all of this, why is it that only 10% people or 15% people are able to make it big, others are not? You know why? Because now what we are going to talk about is, when are you wanting to make this shift? Because that when is the key player. People keep thinking about this for months, for years, and they're not able to. I know someone with me in 2002 was talking about moving out and do something of his own. It's 2024. The person is still working in the same company and still struggling. So that when you want to make the shift, planning is super important. Consider what skills you need to build, and when you want to make the move, think about your finances too. That's very important. How will you support yourself during the transition? Plan out the time frame for your move and figure out how to fund your expenses. But that when has to be decided, and once you decide, you need to make it happen.
So again, going back to our first transition, we thought 1 year is an absolutely great time that we will decide to make this shift. So first he gave up on his job, he came in, then I gave up on my job, I came in, and we had planned our finances for one exact year. So we were very sure that we are going to try this stunt for 1 year, and if it doesn't work, then we'll go back to our own jobs. But in this 1 year, all the responsibilities that we had, financial commitments that we had a financial backup. And that is why, when for the first 9 months we did not have a breakthrough of a single client, we were not bothered. We were really determined, we were resolved, we were going out every single day, pitching, receiving failures, but we still pursued because we were not worried on how our house is going to run, whether the family will have some lack of money. That did not happen. So when is based on, one, what are the new skills you need to develop? Suppose you have to do some certifications before you want to venture on your own or be an employee. How long is going to be that certification? What is the time really required? Many a times we believe that if 6 months is given, 6 months you'll be able to finish it. That doesn't really happen. It's not about just gathering the knowledge, but it's about giving those exams and having that certificate as a proof. So consider what skills you need to build. Give you that extra time. And based on this time, like we thought it is 1 year, decide what it is for you and plan your finances. That's how you plan out your time frame for your move and figure out how you will fund your expenses.
Now, the next question is, where do you want to move from this new job or career? That where is again extremely important, because if you don't know, like if you don't know your destination itself, how will you reach there? And that's the biggest challenge. So, how will you organize things in the new place? Do you know anyone who can help you get the information? Plan your next step based on what you find out. So the where comes here.
So, we were in a different city, a smaller city, and we decided if we want to venture into this, we want to venture in a place which is new, which is a bigger place where we would love to be for a long term. And that is why we shifted. Because if you're venturing on your own, then you cannot be there for a very little time. You have to really plan it big. If you're venturing into a new role and you want a career for the next 10 years, even then you have to plan where you want to do it. We planned to come to the city of Pune.
Yep.
And we tried to figure out who could help us get some information. Then we planned where we'll put ourselves up for the time frame till we find places for us. How will we plan the travel? Where are we going to have the office? How do we plan to spend our day? And we first moved ourselves and then we moved our families. So that is why it's really very important to plan all your next steps. If you're married and you have children, you have to think about your children's school life. If your wife is working, you have to plan about her also. So maybe probably you will move first and let the family come later. All of this has to be thought before thinking the location. And once you've decided the location, reaching out to these people. And I've had so many of my clients to move to not only new cities, but to new countries. And that has been easy because it was a well-planned, organized move. When you know where you're going to be put up, because At least we are lucky we were in the same country in different cities. But sometimes you're moving to a place where you don't even know the language. How are you going to figure out things? So it's really very important to plan the where also very thoughtfully.
Now, I'm sure it would be very overwhelming for all of this. So there will be some people who will be comfortable. For some, this will be really overwhelming. And that's where we would suggest you need to hire an expert, because there are so many things to be figured out. We have to figure out why you want to do, what you want to do, how you want to do, where you want to do, when you want to do. Oh God, there's so many W's coming out over here. You would say, oh my God, but there's one more W now. This one W will change everything, because we had that one W in our life, and that one W is who. You need that who, okay? You can have an expert who will help you through it, like a coach. Some people hesitate because they worry about the cost, or if the coach will really be able to help. Take them some time to figure out who might be the right fit for you. Don't see it as a burden. I can promise you that. The coach is one who will guide you through all this. If this is what we've been doing for a decade, and this is what our mentor has been doing with us for so many years. And that is why today we are leading an amazing life, because so many confusions were clear. Because one thing that is important that we've learned in life, that you need utmost clarity in life. Till then, you cannot move forward, you cannot progress.
This exactly same framework we also followed for our next transition. Our next transition was we becoming coaches. We wanted to become life coaches. We wanted to go out there and help people achieve their dreams, help them tap their innate potential, really help them design a life, reinvent themselves, and live a happy and fulfilled life. Now, because we wanted to do this, we followed these exact steps. So our why was clear. What was clear? How was clear? We got someone who could guide us through this process. We decided we are going to be in the same place because we had built a network of people who knew us. We've had a great reputation as a portfolio manager, and we thought this is where we are going to take the next stint of our career, and that's why we did so well. So we truly believe that your career is a place where you can explore your true self, unleash your potential. I just can't imagine I'm sitting here doing this with so much energy and excitement, which I never could have thought 15 years back, right? It's your career which can make you do this, achieve some great accomplishments, build something that you can genuinely be proud of. If you're decisive and interested, you can even leave a lasting legacy, something which you would always, I would always say, Dheeraj, that, we can do something which tomorrow, if you're not existing, also will stay. And today, fortunately, we have that platform. All this, what we are talking to you, is going to stay back in a platform where maybe 50 years, 100 years down the line, also people will watch us and will get motivated and will have some steps that they can take towards improving their life, towards growing in their career. It sounds intriguing, doesn't it? If that is true, then why do so many people hesitate to pursue it? The answer lies in fear.
Absolutely. This is one word that kills everybody's success, everybody's growth. There's so much I know people have, but this one word, fear, does not allow. There's the fear of losing a stable income, the fear of failure. Okay, that's one biggest fear that you have.
So, identifying the fear is very important, and that's why we thought we'll share each one of them. First, of course, is fear of losing a stable income. So people who are employees know that they're going to get some money, fixed amount of money every month. What if that money doesn't come? That stops you. Second, what if I've tried and it doesn't hamper and ventured into something new? How do I make that happen? Then, of course, our decisions impact our loved ones. And we don't want our children or our spouses or our parents to go through any kind of tough time. So the fear of sacrifices your loved ones might have to make for your dream. And of course, one of the biggest fear of judgment. People will say, "Kya zarorat thi?" How stupid of you.
Log kya bolenge? I always been wondering, kaun log? But that is a big question. Log kya bolenge? As if the one only thing world has free to find out तुम्हारे बारे में क्या बोलेंगे. And another fear that I have seen in this one decade of coaching people, my dear friends, is comfort zone. One of the biggest fear is stepping out of your comfort zone. People know they're stuck. People know they want to get out. People know everything. But in spite of that, they just can't come out of their comfort zone into the unknown. Because even if it is transiting to business or growing in a new company or doing something new, something that you love to, your comfort zone is always going to tell you one thing, and that is, kya zarurat hai? Everything is fine now. I've just settled here. I've just stabilized here. And that ends. You're 50, you're 55, and you're done.
So, for us also, when we thought of venturing into this something new, I think a decade back, no one knew what is life coaching. In fact, when we would talk to people about coaching, they would feel we are taking tuitions.
Tuitions, yeah. So some people said, हमारे बच्चे तो graduate भी हो गए, उनका पढ़ाई भी खत्म हो गया.
So are you coaching engineering students? Are you going to coach them to, what is the
sports,
Z exams
or sports?
Yes. But they never thought about coaching people for career decision, life decisions in their finances. Once they're stagnated, we had to actually explain them who are we and what do we do.
Yes.
And we would have this calls for half an hour to really explain the entire coaching process. So we went through these fears. But you know what? We knew which fears were holding us back. And then we had a plan to overcome them. We had opportunities and the tools that we knew that this is the mindset we want to really apply. We went ahead and did a lot of certifications. For 6-7 months, we really went out there, searched for the best. We started something, then we ventured into something which was really the best in the world, found that coach, did another certification, in fact, where classes would be in odd times, 1 to 4 in the night. But we went ahead and did that. We did not compromise. And that is why we could fight our fears. So, dear friends, opportunities are not scarce. It's our fear that limits us. And you know why we could do this? Seek help from someone who can guide you through this process. So, fortunately, we enrolled ourselves, we hired a coach, he guided us through the entire process. We worked on the tools that they gave us so that we could have that mindset. I could overcome my fear of really going out there and selling myself, speaking to people freely about it. It didn't matter whether they would enroll or no. It was all about just going there, making ourselves available because we wanted to fulfill our purpose.
Yep.
So there has to be something which can help you overcome your fear.
Yeah, because you all know that if you are going to considering a new career, remember, as I said, it requires strong determination to persevere when things don't go as you plan. By now, you would have understood life is not the way we feel it's coming. There are always surprises. And to deal with that surprise, you need resilience to rebuild your reputation in a new field. That's what happened with us. Like we were doing so well. 5 years, we were, number one. We were doing so well, so many awards. And then we decided to start something where we have no clue and we had just no idea. People didn't knew us. People knew as a great portfolio manager. People knew these guys are great. But when he started coaching, we knew that we had to build a new reputation altogether. And to do this, you need to find someone, because there are moments that's not going to be bright. There are going to be dark moments. There are going to be moment of tunnel that you're going to be in, and you are going to feel what's going to go there. For that, you need that one person who's going to stand beside you and going to offer you fresh insights. That's exactly what our coach did. He gave us fresh insights, and he was the person, because you need someone who's going to hold you accountable, because we had started off our own. So it was very difficult someone to hold accountable. He did that till we could achieve the goals that we had set for yourself. And that's what you need, that one person, my dear friend.
So, holding accountable is really very crucial, because it's human mind, right? The minute you step into the unknown and things are not going as you have planned, the first thing that you want to do is take a step back, retreat. We have known so many people who in their mid 40s, early 40s, tried to venture into something new, tried their hands for 4 to 6 months, didn't see the way it was planned, didn't see it happening as they had planned or heard from others. And what they do, they take a U turn and they come back.
Yep.
But I'm so sure that today they have taken a U turn because of their fear. But tomorrow, when they look back at life, they'll have regret. If you don't want to go through that regret, then it's better have someone who can hold you accountable, push you when the times really are tough. Like for us, first 9 months, no breakthrough. Can you imagine how tough it would have been? But we were there, determined, we persevered till we had our first massive breakthrough.
Same way, what is the best thing? 20 years back, when we decided to do something of our own, there were really not so many options.
Absolutely.
We are today so fortunate to live in an era with numerous careers options that have emerged in this decade. So don't limit yourself. The sky's the limit, what we say. We, in this era, in this country, and that is going to be for the next at least 20 years, the sky is going to be the limit. As you know that, by 2047, we are going to be I think, what's the number that they were reading?
I just skipped out of my mind.
Okay, some huge trillion dollars economy we are talking about. Okay, so you don't need to limit yourself. I would say enough of now running on the runway. It's time to take a flight, take a plunge, take the plunge, and add a word of new possibilities. Go out there and unfold. There is so much going to unfold before us. So you need to be there. Don't be so absorbed in your present. We are, at times we are so busy in the present that we are not able to see what's coming in the future.
In fact, with newer technologies and emerging every single day, new skills are needed. If you're so focused on your present and you're just doing what you're doing, you don't know. You will become irrelevant just the very next moment. Do you want to wait till that moment comes in, or you can embrace change proactively? We all know AI is coming in a massive way. We all know technologies are emerging every single day. If we stay put in our comfort zone that this is what I know the best, you don't know that best is not required tomorrow. Instead, really go out there, figure out your passion, align it with your strengths. What are the skills that you can learn which you thoroughly enjoy? And rather than being forced into a situation where you have to step into a new field without a backup or a planning, really embrace change proactively and make this great way of planning your career shift.
So are you ready for your career makeover? Then follow this checklist and make 2024 a year of growth. First, plan it very well.
So don't wait till you're pushed into it. Proactively plan it. Then the second step, the step on your checklist should be know why you want this career shift. Second, what is that you have to offer? Third, how are you choosing to follow this process? Fourth, because it's really very overwhelming and it's really a very, a turbulent ride, figure out who can help you make this journey smooth. Then, of course, timing is very, very crucial. When do you want to make that shift? And finally, where? Where are you going to make this new shift happen?
Third thing, keep financial backup. As we said earlier, that you need to have a backup for at least a year or two so that you and your family doesn't suffer. One of the biggest reasons why people retrieve of doing something of their own passion, something that they love to, is because they have not done their financial planning. They don't have a financial backup. And as after 3-6 months, when they see the money not coming, or 7 months, and then they say that I can't manage my family, I can't manage my responsibility, my loans, my MIs. So the only thing left is I need to go back to the job again. And that's what they do. Or I need to go back to what I was doing again. And that's why they feel that, after 20 years, you're going to regret that there was a chance to do your financial planning. Keep that financial backup ready.
Fourth, identify and overcome your fears. We all have a pattern of fear that we succumb to. It's not now, it would be happening since a long, long time. Think, when are the times when you have retrieved back because of your fear? Identify them and overcome them.
Yes, and the last, be determined and persevere till you become successful in the new field. These are the five that we are talking about.
So follow this checklist and have a successful career makeover. Really grow very well in your career. If 2024 is a year where you want to make this career shift, if you're looking for something new, you can always reach out to us. We are available on our pages, on our profile. You just have to take that effort of messaging, and we can give you in various ways, fitting your budget. How can you make a smooth career transition and become successful in your new field? So back again, happy Republic Day. Wish you a very happy weekend
And see you again